want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to have this interview with me. I have the pleasure of interviewing you. State your name and your title.
My name is Cori Fonville, and I am the creator and owner of IROC Mind, Body, and Soul.
IROC Mind, Body, and Soul. Now, can you explain a little bit about what you guys do?
Definitely. We're a really new company. We've been around for about a year, and we specialize in making women feel good from the inside out. So we sell natural skin, hair, and spa products. We also do talks about confidence and self-esteem and communication and things like that.
Okay. Now, can you tell me a little bit more about why you chose that field and why you fell in love with that particular?
Well, I guess when it comes to the field I'm in, it's pretty big actually, because I do the marketing for my company, I do the branding, I do ordering, inventory, I do so many aspects. But I think when it pertains to you, more of the public relations side, I think I fell in love with that by accident. Because when you're the owner of a small company, a lot of times you have to do it. And it was at first it was a burden. It was like, oh man, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? And I failed a lot, but I started to love it because the more I learned, I realized I was good at it. And I saw my business grow. So I really, really enjoy communication, and I enjoy public relations, especially when it pertains to my business.
Gotcha. So how big is your team? So how big is the team?
Well, so I'm the owner and I have a partner, and then we have a few freelancers, and then we have two more part-time contract type workers as well. So it's really small, but it's growing steadily.
Now, is this something that you've always been interested in doing? Or did you just kind
Definitely
of fall
not.
into it?
No, I definitely fell into it. I actually have a rare eye disease called uveitis.
Gotcha.
And I actually used to work in the medical field. I went to school for medical assisting and registered nursing.
Okay.
So that was my love, my passion. But a couple years ago, I ended up starting to go blind, completely. And so I sat at home and I just didn't do anything. I didn't know what I wanted to do in life. And I started just listening to things. And I was like, oh, natural this and natural that. And because I couldn't see, all I could do was listen. So I really fell in love with it. And as my eyesight got better, I started diving more into it. So, well, I want to share this message. I want to share this information. And that's how I ended up with my business.
Gotcha.
And then everything just kind of spiraled from then on.
Okay. Now, my next question is, can you take me through a typical work day?
Oh,
Typical work day. So from the moment you wake up, you walk into the door, it's a typical work day to the moment you leave.
So my work day is a little different because I work from home, which I love. I actually start my day with meditation and visualization. And I don't know if that's so for most people. I don't think so, but it actually helps me get focused for the day because I have to be in a creative headspace. Once I do that, I tend to go in, do my emails, the mundane things you have to do my emails, answer calls, check orders, things like that. And then I try to get all that done in the morning, and then in the afternoon is more my creative time where I can make new products, think of new products, do research, do marketing plans, and anything like that.
Okay. So how has your business improved from the moment you started to now?
Oh, that's
what kind of accomplishments have you guys had? What was your biggest accomplishment?
I think that the business has grown a lot. When we first started, we were just like an idea because there's nothing else. There was not a company to go into. I started it from scratch. So from just thinking of ideas and thinking of products to getting them sold. This year we sold thousands of dollars worth of products. We've done a lot of vendor events. We've been asked to go out and speak and do lots of things. We've had events that we've done. A lot of that has just been miraculous in the year span that we've had. So I think when I say our biggest accomplishment, I actually feel like the biggest accomplishment is just being successful, as far as not having a deficit. Most businesses in their first year are still in the red, but we are not, and I think that that's a testament to everything that we've implemented, whether it be PR, whether it be communicating with our audience, whether it be just being having a positive space that we work in. All of that has really added to the fact that we've been successful in a one-year business and are able to grow like we have.
Now, I know with certain entrepreneurs, depending on whatever business that they do, when they're in high school or college, they tend to do activities that kind of lean towards what they eventually have their own business in. So, can you give me some examples of some organizations or some clubs or some activities that you might have took part in college that prepared you for what you're doing today?
I think for me in college, I didn't take a lot of opportunities that I should have taken as far as activities are concerned. I originally went to Virginia Commonwealth University. I was actually a psych major. And there were lots of opportunities, especially networking. Because it's a humongous school. It's one of the, I think it's the largest public school in the East Coast.
Wow.
So the networking opportunities were vast. They did have a lot of times where we could get together, depending on like what your interests were, to do different activities and just mingle and get to know people. So I think that was the one thing I should have probably done in college that I didn't do. But luckily, I was very active like in high school, so I did do a lot of stuff that had to do with communication, like drama. I did forensics club. I was in a lot of sports and things, so I got to mingle and learn how to communicate, which I think is, in any field, communication is probably the biggest thing. Learning how to communicate with your audience, communicate with other people. But like I said, if I could have gone back to college, I would definitely do more networking activities, because those are where you meet people that are going to help you move forward in your career.
So for an individual, a young person who's looking to go into the field of communications or in the field of marketing or branding, or perhaps want to have their own business in that, what would you recommend to them as far as the advice and or the mindset that they would have to have if they're looking to go into that field?
I think that you have to have an open mindset and be ready for change. Because when you talk about communication, marketing, PR, all those things, it is a forever evolving, changing. What worked this month may not work next month. And I've learned that you have to know your audience. That would be one of the biggest things I would say, know your audience, because I focus mainly on women. But you have to know women, when they go shopping, what do? They bring guys with them. So when we think about our marketing, we make sure that we always have products that a guy might like, so that he's not dragging our customer out the door. So know your audience. Be okay with not knowing things is also important. When I came in, I didn't know how to do everything, so I did reach out to freelancers or other people in the field to ask questions. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Find out from people who are experts. Hey, how did you do this? People are really willing to share their information. Don't be afraid to ask, because if you don't ask, you'll never know. And I think the last thing, like I said, just be positive, because it's going to be days where you work really hard on a campaign and you're like, it's going to be great, and then you realize 3 people saw it. And you're like, why? I thought it was going to be a smash, but, just be positive, go on to the next project, and it'll be okay.
Okay. So what is the most challenging part about what what's the most challenging, most difficult task?
The most challenging part, I think, is the learning curve. Like I said, just learning the new stuff as it comes out, staying on top of the market all the time, because you're not going to ever be the only person that does what you do in the world, you know what I mean? And now with internet, people can, if they don't like you, they can go to the next person. So I think the hardest part is just staying on top of everything every day, like always keeping current on new trends. It can be something as simple as a new color is popping for summer, and people are like, oh, I really want this baby blue, and if you don't have any baby blue products and your competitor does, then they're going to win, over a sale that you could have possibly gotten. So just, that's probably the biggest challenge, just staying on top of everything constantly.
Now, I know for you, you're an entrepreneur, and you also have a family. You also have other personal things and social things that you're involved in. So how are you, well, I know with entrepreneurs, your business, I know that takes up a lot of your time. I'm sure. So how are you able to kind of balance the family life with the social life, with the entrepreneurship life? How are you able to kind of, divide it into equal time, or how are you able to, not necessarily overwhelm yourself?
It's a work in progress. It's definitely been times where it wasn't a balance, but I think that having an understanding partner for me really helped. I have a lovely fiance that understands that sometimes I'm in the office and I can't cook dinner, or I didn't do the laundry, or I didn't get dishes done, and he's okay with that for the most part. And then I also have a really nice planner, and it cost me a little bit, an Eric Conjure planner, and I basically divide my day into 3. I have like my morning things, that is more like me getting into the groove, thinking, like I said, the meditation and all that. And then I also have like my work day, and then I have family time. So I try, once my son gets home from school, to like try to focus. It doesn't always happen, but I really do try to make that effort, because I say, like, if I was out working someplace else, when I clock out and I leave, then I'm done, so I really want to make sure that I don't neglect the family time, but I want to make sure that I do get the business done. And like I said, sometimes it's hard, but for the most part, having a planner that I can, check off what I'm doing and plan for a week, plan for a month, plan for a year, has really helped guide me in time management.
Okay. So my last question will be, what's next for your business?
Next, next year is going to be awesome. We're going to be changing a little bit of our products, which is really nice. I love when I get to go in and make new things for our customers. We're also going to be expanding to books and journals. We have a children's book that's going to be coming out. Actually, it's going to be coming out before the end of the year. And then we also have journals that will be coming out and programs for women throughout the next year. So I'm excited. We're going to do more to help, I guess, women be themselves and realize their full potential.
Wow, okay. Do you have any social media?
Yes, we do.
Okay, well, do you mind telling people?
All right, so you can find me on Facebook at IROC Mind, Body, and Soul. You can also find me at IROC.com, IROCToYou.com. It's our new website, and you can find me on Instagram at Cori Fonville. So that's my social media.
Okay. Thank you so much, Cori Fonville. I appreciate your time. Appreciate you taking the time out your busy schedule.
No problem.
Thank you so much, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. And good luck on your business. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.